Hey everyone, what's going on? Phoenix here, bringing you another Asheron's Call gameplay video. Today I am going to be doing the Bloodstone Investigation Quest, all the way from the first step through the final stage where you get the rewards. So we are in the Frozen Valley camp. The best way to get to the camp is from Stonehold to the Wisp Lake Cottages settlement portal and then running over, or you can get a portal gem from doing the Snow Tusker Leader Tusk quest, which I have a video on the channel. You should check that out. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to talk to Sir Donovan, who's going to tell you he's been dispatched to learn more about the mysterious Bloodstones. If we find any information pertaining to them, you know, he is interested in it. So from there, we're going to head to the Frozen Valley, into the same dungeon where the Gurog Creation Quest takes place. If you haven't watched that video, check that one out. It's also another good one that's on this channel. Short run, I am going to be doing this hopefully as quickly as possible by running through some of the dungeons. If you're closer to level 200, which is the level requirement for this quest, you know, bring a group, clear the way down. Just, you know, obviously be a little bit more careful. I've got pretty good gear, and it's much easier for me to run through. Nobody needs to watch me fight Gurogs for an hour trying to clear the way to the bottom. So we're gonna run, yeah, like I said, to the Gurog Ice Cave. Some Tuskers on the way. Alright, here's the entrance to the Ice Cave. If you haven't watched my Gurog creation video, which you definitely should, we're going to have to kill this Gurog soldier in order to get a key to the next door. Alright, so killed the Gurog, got the key, open the door, and then we're just going to run straight through. This is basically, we're going to take the same path that we took to do Nalakana's test, or luminance flagging. And right into the Frozen Tomb portal. There's no map, unfortunately, through Utility Belt for this dungeon, but it's pretty easy to navigate. The first part is all linear. There's a bunch of doors, and behind each door, there's typically some, you know, Gurog henchmen or minions. The doors make it really convenient to fight them. You know, you can vuln them first, use your summons. Check out my Nalakana's test video, where I was much closer to level 200 when I ran through this. Although I don't have any of my luminance auras right now, so maybe running through is not the best choice, but once you get to this down, it's not linear anymore, but you can just hug right and eventually you'll get where we're trying to go. And where we need to go is right up ahead. Right here when the path splits, and there's this candle, which is torch. That's Battle Lord Gregor, who you would normally fight to flag for luminance, but we are just after this carefully rolled scroll, and then we're going to recall out of here so we don't die. Now that we have the scroll, we're going to head to Zykel, because we need to get the scroll translated. Zykel, here you go. Gonna head up to the Archmage. And it actually goes to Kuyiza bint Zai, the translator. Alright, and just to keep this video quick, I'm going to use a Frozen Valley portal gem. But you could also, you know, tie to Wisplake Cottages, because you do have to go back and forth a couple of times. And then this goes to Sir Donovan. Bloodstone Report. Well, this is disturbing. I faced one of these Bloodstones before. They're not exactly pushovers in a fight. I'd hate to see what an army of them could do. See if you can find this pillar mentioned and find this Lord Castellar, or anything else that will help us get to the bottom of this mystery. I'd expect, given the wording, that this pillar is somewhere close to this Battle Lord Gregor. I'd start my search there. If nothing else, we at least need to shut down the creation of these Bloodstones. This ritual they mention worries me. Anything that involves the Archons and Geraint bodes very ill for the rest of us. So, basically we're going to have to run back to the same dungeon and do almost the same thing again with one extra step. So what we just did is considered the first part of the flagging. We're headed to do the second part. You might see people in chat, you know, say, hey, I'm going to do BS1, BS2, BS3. So we're going to do BS2 right now. We still have our entryway key, thankfully, so we don't have to kill these Gurogs at the entrance again. And right back into the Frozen Tomb. Same exact path, we're literally going to the exact same spot, and there's just a pillar in the right corner of where we saw Battle Lord Gregor and we picked up that scroll. And the pillar is basically a portal. We just use it, and it portals you. I don't know, this second part's gonna be tough for me without all of my luminance. And the other thing is I haven't flagged for Aetheria again yet. So I have no Aetheria on. But we're still gonna do it. It might be entertaining, I might die. Alright, so I'm going to just run right towards Battle Lord Gregor as if he's a drudge, and then we're going to turn right and use the pillar. Pillar portals you, and the drop is hot. There are a ton of guys. So we're just going to head, what was that, north, and then around, and then north again. I think it was south that I ran. Basically, there's two levels stacked on top of each other. You're going to run all the way to the end, and here's Lord Castellar. This is where this is going to get pretty intense, and hopefully I don't die. Drop my bees, run around like an idiot. weave. Dodge and weave. People are trying to talk to me. Ugh. Well, that about went as good as I could have hoped for. Alright, this time we're going to try clearing more of the mobs instead of just going right for Battle Lord Gregor. I think that was my mistake. I think I can do this. The key is kind of staying away from all the bloodstones. Those are the things that really hurt. They just chain cast frost spells at you. Also, they're really hard for a mage to... I get resisted so much. Oh, my summon did like a ton of damage to this guy, though. Switch to my Undead Slayer. I should have been using this whole time. Oh, and there we go. We got him. All right, so you need to kill Lord Castellar. You need to grab a large tome from his corpse, and then we can recall. The robe is actually pretty cool, too. I do recommend taking that. And we are headed back to Cycle. Back to Kuyiza bint Zayi, the translator, gets the book. And is going to give you research notes. How many pages is this book? 6 pages. Cool. And then I'm just going to use another Frozen Valley Portal Gem. And we're going to hand the book to the research notes to Sir Donovan, who will tell you a whole bunch of stuff, mumbles a few words while tracing a finger through the transcribed array. Then he reaches out and touches your forehead. A jolt of power passes through your body, making your hands and feet go numb for a moment. Well, that seemed to work. Let us hope Kuyiza transcribed it properly. Good luck. Okay, so once you've done that, you are now flagged to enter the ice cave, which is really close to the camp. And it's basically just this hole in the ground right here. There's another pillar at the end of it, and now that we've turned in the research notes, we are flagged to use the pillar. Something that I've done, if you watch my live stream for Enlightenment, or the last time I Enlightened, is you can save the shards that you get from this, and then you don't have to do part 1 and 2. You just can use this pillar until you turn one of the shards in, which is really nice. This quest rewards so much luminance. It's like almost 50,000 luminance, and it's pretty easy to do this. All right, so from the drop for the pillar, we're gonna go north, back around, through here and then east, and then you're in a long hallway. You're gonna follow this hallway around. And then the key thing here at this T is to go right. If you go left, you're gonna just loop back around to the start of the dungeon. Basically, the way to navigate this dungeon is you can take all rights, but the way that I like to do it is at this first junction, go left, and then take all rights. Except here, you jog across this X. If you take all rights, you'll get to some loops, but it'll eventually get you where you need to go. You'll get to this big room, that's how you know you're going the right way. You make your first right, and then your first right again at the split. There's no dungeon map for this one either, from Utility Belt. And then you'll get to this pit. What I like to do is clear anything that's followed you. So something that you can do from up here if you want is just vuln everything. But what I like to do is use my summon, wait maybe 5 to 10 seconds for everything to aggro to the summon, and then jump down. And you're going to want to head north. There's an opening where you can kind of get away from all of the aggro. This is just a dead end, but it's the only other place in the entire dungeon. Once you've made sure there's not too much aggro on you, you can crawl back up to the top. And now you can start kind of picking them off. Maybe not one at a time, but in smaller increments. Oh, I'm getting resisted a bunch. Don't die. Just panic and run away. Crap. I used my summon and it couldn't summon. That's the worst. These things are really annoying for me to kill. It's very helpful on this quest to bring an archer, bring a two-hander. Alright, so then we need to kill the Bloodstone Crystal Stockpile. You can see there's a bunch of Gurog Guardians around it. Those will just continuously respawn while this crystal is still alive, so they're really not worth killing, or you have to be careful and kill some, but not all of them. If you kill all of them, they just come back, and the respawn's really quick. hate these Bloodstone shards. They just have such high magic D. Alright, so now it's kind of safe, and we can fire away on the Bloodstone crystal stockpile. Like I said, missile weapons, two-hander, someone who can do bludgeoning damage. Way better for this than a Void Mage. I'm going to be here firing away on this for a while, so I'll probably speed this up. Once you kill the stockpile, then you can kill the Gurok Guardians. They'll no longer respawn, and a Master Bloodstone spawns. The Master Bloodstone can be hit with life magic, so you can imperil it, you can vuln it. Makes it a lot easier to go down. It does have very high magic D still. But it is doable. Got some reinforcements here, which is nice. Because again, this would take me forever by myself. Alright, once the Master Bloodstone is dead, wherever the corpse is, you're going to loot Shattered Master Bloodstone Shard. And then we're going to head back to Frozen Valley, to the camp. So you would hand, I'm going to hold on to this, but you would hand this back to Sir Donovan. He gives you a title, 20% of experience up to level 220, so that caps at like almost 300 million. 40,000 luminance, which is insane, and then a Bloodstone wand, which you can turn back in for 5,000 luminance. So it's 45,000 luminance without an experience trinket. So this quest is really good. If you're doing the luminance grind, like I always am, I definitely recommend running this every day, saving up these as long as you have pack space, and then turning them in all at once and reflagging. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it's informative for you. If you did like it, please press that like button and please subscribe to the channel. It does help me out. And thanks for watching. Bye.